As Latin Americans, we will not entertain any sort of violence towards our region.
We asked young people across Latin America how they're thinking about Venezuela after the US illegally captured President Nicolas Maduro.
Maduro is not a person that we think was a good leader, but the United States taking him out isn't necessarily going to solve Venezuela's problems.
I felt that my freedom as a Chilean was in some sort of danger.
Trump need to respect our countries.
There are no United Nations, there are no international law. That's just a theater.
Even as many across Latin America celebrated the fall of dictator Nicolas Maduro, these young people are skeptical that US involvement will actually serve the Venezuelan people.
I understand how Venezuelans say, oh, if you're not Venezuelan, you cannot have an opinion. But also because as a Latin American, we know that the US has carried out ruthless campaigns of state terror in Latin America across history.
For over 2 centuries, the US has forced itself into Latin American affairs, in large part so US corporations can get their hands on the region's rich natural resources. Venezuela has the world's largest proven oil reserves, and US corporations like Chevron are already in talks to expand their license in Venezuela.
What happens in Venezuela also affects Colombia. We share our largest borders with Venezuela. There's over 1 million Venezuelans living here. That I'm not defending Maduro, but I also wanted to be skeptical of what's, the US's true intention. Will this military intervention actually change things in Venezuela? Like, will the quality of life for the Venezuelan people get better? That's the most important thing.
Meanwhile, President Trump has threatened military intervention in places like Greenland, Colombia, and Mexico.
It's about the entire civilization based in domination and extractivism. They want our resources, they want our work. Of all the social south, we all know in Latin America how does it feel to live in a dictatorship, and I want to invite Latin American people to have an opinion. Don't be quiet.
As the US grows its influence in Venezuela, these people across the region share the same hope that Venezuelans and they themselves can determine their own future.
I'm a free person, I'm a proud person. I believe in the dignity of the people in South America, in our freedom.
What's important here is that the solution comes from the respect to sovereignty of Venezuelans, because at the end, Venezuela libre and free Venezuela will only be true, not only because Maduro's gone, but when the US is gone as well from Venezuelan territory.